Okay, so this is the 2024 Higher Level Maths Junior Cert paper question 8. So the graph below shows the function g of x for x between -2 and 3 inclusive, x is real. Use this graph to answer the following questions. Write down the value of g of 3. So the 3 there is an x value, so you've got to look at 3 here on the x-axis. And what you do is you go up until you hit the graph, use a ruler, go across. It says use the graph, so you do need to draw these lines. So your y value then is just 2. So when you stick 3 into the function g of x, you get 2 out as your output, as your y value. So second part of this question says write down the value of x for which g of x is equal to 1. G of x is equal to 1. So g of x, remember, is just y. Y is equal to 1. We've got to work out the value for x when y is 1. So same thing again, but this time you're going to start on the y-axis. Y is 1. You go over until you hit the graph. In this case it's going to be over in this direction and then down, and you end up with -1 here. So that would be your x value. An x value of -1 will give you a y value, a g of x of 1. Part 3 then, or part C here, says draw the graph of the function g of x, y is equal to g of x minus 2 on the diagram above for the same domain, -2 to 3. So all we're going to do is we're going to take the graph of g of x, all the y values on the graph, and we're going to subtract 2. So let's do that. Let's do it in a different color. So let's say green here. So we want to take this y value here, which is 0. We want to come down 2. We're going to move the whole graph down. We're going to subtract 2 from all the y values. So we're going to come down 2. Let's take another one. Let's take this one here. That has a y value of 2. We're going to come down 2 units. So that's going to come down to 0. And it's a straight line up there. Let's have a look. We have a y value here of 3. So let's come down 2. That's going to bring me down to 1. And then let's look at this one over here. That has a y value of 2. So let's come down here, subtract 2, that gives you 0. So all you've got to do is join these up. Again, make sure you use a ruler. And that's it. That's all it says to do. Draw the graph of the function g of x minus 2. So you take all the y values, you subtract 2. And that's it. And that's it for this question, actually.